How can I tell if my wife is cheating? My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I'm going to take you on a little bit of a different path here. Rather than, this what I consider tacky signs that my wife is cheating. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you even think that that's a possibility, there's something wrong with your marriage. And you shouldn't be wanting to know if she's cheating, because if she is, it's going to demoralize you. It's going to be very difficult to resuscitate your marriage. You certainly can't confront her about it or make a big deal out of it if you want your marriage to remain intact. Now, the Marriage Foundation is not here to help you figure out if you need a divorce. Okay, I'm going to be very clear. Our role is to help you turn your marriage into something so amazing, so incredible, that the idea of divorce is ridiculous. You're not interested in that. But just asking that question, you're basically saying, my marriage sucks. And it's possible for my wife to be cheating on me. Now, if you're going, I don't think my marriage sucks at all. I think it's a great marriage, but I think she might be cheating. Then I will say to you very simply, maybe it's not sucking for you, but you're picking up on your radar that it is for her. So what is the right direction to go in? If this is your question, it should be in recreating your marriage. Now, when you got married, you didn't know anything about marriage. You still don't know much about marriage. You're in it, but pretty much the same way as if you get into a plane and you got to go from Detroit to wherever. You don't know how to fly the plane. Well, who knows? Maybe you're a private pilot, but chances are you have no idea how to fly the plane. You just get in it. And that's how most of us got married, because no one knows about marriage in our society. Till now, I'm the expert. So here's the problem. You got married in order to be happy. That we know. You got married because you wanted the one thing that really moves us at the soul level, unconditional love. That's why people get married. Those are the two elements. But because you didn't know, and it never even occurred to you, and this is really crazy, but it was true for me too in my first marriage, and that is, we don't think we need to do anything once we get married. Just be married, which if you think about is pretty stupid. And I'm right in that category, because everything else we do or get or anything in life requires maintenance. You can't even buy clothes without maintenance. You buy a shirt, it's got to get washed. You got to take the wrinkles out. You get your hair cut, not me, but you got to, even my hair cut, I have to maintain it all the time. You got to maintain. No one thinks, here's what I do to maintain my marriage. You don't really think about it when you get a car. I need to do maintenance because you know already. Got to make sure the oil gets changed. You got to check the tire pressure. You got to keep it clean. You got to put gas in it. But no one does anything for their marriage. So it's no shock that marriages fall apart. No shock. And so yours is falling apart. And you got to be willing to accept that. If you think, no, I just need to do this, or I need to do that, or I just need to confront her, you're going to lose your marriage. Because you got into your marriage without having any idea of what to do for your marriage. And it's not just an indicator. If you're asking this question, let's use the plane analogy, it's going down. So what do? You got to get marriage educated. That's for sure. That's for sure. And if your marriage wasn't in such bad shape, we would say, get one of my books and you'll have enough information to turn it around. Inexpensive way, but now's not the time to be cheap. Here's what's going on. Because you have this idea, you have a lot of pressure internally. Your mind is going ballistic, and you need to control that first. It's a first step. So, remember, you have nothing to lose because our courses are guaranteed, but that is what you need. Because we start out in the course by explaining to you step by step in a way that forces you to look at and then control your own mind. And you may say, I can control my own mind. No, you can't. You are a victim of your mental habits, your instincts, and your inner reactions. Most of us are. This is like revolutionary, by the way. Now, it's not revolutionary to some people. There are spiritual people in the world where controlling your mind is part of the program. Well, hello, marriage is a spiritual path. You need to learn how to control your mind. So that's where I start the course. You start by learning how to control the mind and then applying what you are learning in the course. Now, our success rate, I'm talking to support about controlling, about showing people our success rate. Every month it changes a little, but it never goes below like 97%. We have that high of a success rate. Why? Because we address marriage by what marriage actually is. And no one else can say that. I can say it because I created the whole deal here. Now, I used to be a divorce mediator. If you let this slide, if you don't take this advice, because I'm giving it to you very straight and very strong, if you don't take this advice, you can count on, nothing's absolute in the world, but you could count on high 99%, your marriage is going to, over a period of time, dissolve. Even if your wife is or isn't in another relationship. Because you're asking that question says an awful lot to those of us who are doing this, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. So, if you want to write into one of our counselors, it's a free service. You could get more information. You could peruse the website that we have, the Marriage Foundation website. It's filled with information. There's articles. You could subscribe to this channel, get a better feel for where I'm coming from. Everything I do is based on the highest level of integrity. So you should be able to come to grips with the reality I'm sharing with you. And unless you want your marriage to fail, you really should take the advice that I'm giving you now, because it is what you need. Now, you'll see in my other videos, I'm not so strong. I don't do a sales pitch, but I'm really honest. And so it comes across strong because it's so straight and direct. And in this case, there's not a lot of room for movement. And truthfully, it's guaranteed. The course is guaranteed, so you have nothing to lose by doing this. But please do not tell your wife you think she's cheating on you. Don't go there. Avoid it. Because what you really want to do is you want to start healing your marriage from your side so that if she is cheating and there's room for her to uncheat, you're not going to create barriers by bringing it up. Okay? Whew, this is a tough one. I'm not going to play patty cakes with you on this one. This is a tough one. It's very hard because when women cheat, generally it's very difficult to bring the marriage back. But the chance that you have is way increased by never mentioning it. All right. I hope this was helpful for you. Write into the counselors. It's free if you need to, but don't do nothing. And you could search around if you want. I mean, you could go down this path of, what are the 7 signs my wife is cheating and all of that nonsense. Or you could do something proactively positive to save your marriage starting now. This is up to you. Free will world. Okay. I'm sorry that you're going through this, by the way. And everyone we pray for. Everyone who comes in contact with the Marriage Foundation, we all pray for you guys. So you have our prayers. We'll give you every bit of support we can. And blessings to you, blessings to your wife, and blessings to your family. God bless. Take care.